Good morning, everyone. My name is Fannie Hall. I teach 3rd and 4th grade at Marie Roberts County Elementary in Breathitt County, just outside of Jackson. It's my 21st year there. We're a really small school, and I switched grade levels this year to have a 3-4 split. My problem of practice was basically what can I do to produce proficient readers? Can engaging students in literature circles improve reading proficiency? I thought the literature circles may improve reading proficiency because if the students are aware that they're responsible for this role in this literature circle, well, they work harder to comprehend the text. I also thought, does student choice of book selection make a difference in comprehension? And could being accountable for helping others cause the students to give increased effort? My plan of action, last year our entire school shifted to guided reading. We started doing the Fountas and Pinnell test, and students were broken up into leveled reading groups and switched to back and forth to different teachers. Well, this year I knew we weren't going to be switching classes, so I was going to be responsible for all the different reading levels. Our students in the past were assigned the reading level, and the teachers picked the book that was on the student level that they were going to use for their guided reading lesson. Well, I got to thinking this year, maybe it would be better if the students could choose the book that would be used in the guided reading lesson. So I wrote my ARI mini grant for the most basic supplies you can think of. I asked for books. The books that we chose were based on what the students were interested in. We went to the library and we saw what we already had. And we found the best bang for our buck was to get a book set from Pioneer Learning Company. If you haven't heard of them, they're really good. They have leveled readers all the way from A to Z. And we chose a group of books, a set of books. I think it had 30 titles with 6 copies of each book that we use in our guided reading lessons. The students actually participated in research of which book set we would purchase. Our book sets included some fiction books. Our couple students had never read mysteries before, and this has become a classroom favorite. It's called The Cave at Rattlesnake Mountain. They kind of a waiting list for this one right now. And they've also enjoyed, hadn't really read historical fiction before, and we have The Runaway Slave, which is another class favorite. We've got some nonfiction books, some paired texts, which are my favorites. In the paired text, there's a fiction story, and right on the back, the second chapter is a nonfiction story that goes along with the fiction story. For example, this one's Mrs. Warren's House is a fiction story about birds, and there's a nonfiction story that follows about bird beaks. A big standard for 3rd and 4th grade is nonfiction text features, and we've been using those very regularly. And we also got some sequel books. One of the class favorites that my kids have been enjoying it's called Maple Tree Farms, and it's about cousins. Most of them can relate to, where we're very rural. We've been participating in the literature circles for several months now. They know when they get there they're going to have a specific job, and they're the only one responsible for that job, and they have to report out to the group, and they're responsible for it. Participation in this is really good. I haven't had anybody who's not been engaged or not wanting to participate. So to address the question, does accountability to others increase effort? Our class has set up a YouTube channel called React to Reading. The students are required to give book reviews. They're also going to be presenting very soon some helpful reading tips and strategies. Currently, we're going through a reading strategies book. And hopefully, after we get some of the book reviews up, students will be presenting these tips and strategies in a tutorial on our YouTube channel, React to Reading. I based my results on the MAP test. When we took the MAP test in the fall, I had 18 students who took the MAP test. 9 of them were novice, so that was half my class were novice readers on the first MAP test. 6 were apprentice. I had 4 proficient and 1 distinguished. We took our winter MAP test. We're not completed the spring one just yet. But in the winter, we reduced our novice from 9 to 3. Our apprentice stayed at 6. Our proficient rose from 4 to 7, and our distinguished from 1 to 3. And I do attribute that to having this book set, being able to teach the students the guided reading lessons based on their interest. And the levels on the set that we got, they're the mid levels, about H up through M or P. And also the YouTube channel, they will do about anything for me to video them. They're really happy to do that. So if you guys will look for us on YouTube, we'll be posting some more videos very soon where the students are not just reviewing the books, but giving some tutorials and strategies as well. Thank you.